The wounds we don't show. Act 1. The Quiet Visitor. Welcome to the tavern, my friend. Come in, shake off the dust of the world, and join me by the fire. You know, people come through these doors for all sorts of reasons. Some come to celebrate, some come to escape the rain, and some come because they can't bear to sit alone with the memories that follow them like a shadow. Earlier today, a man stepped quietly into the tavern. Not dramatic, not stumbling, not worn down in a way you'd expect someone carrying pain to be. He was polished, cloaked in that careful dignity people wear when they've spent their whole life trying not to be a burden. But there was something different about him. His smile was too tight, his laugh too quick, and his eyes, his eyes. They were the eyes of someone bracing for a blow that wasn't coming. He sat at the far end of the bar, back straight, hands folded on the table like he was trying to keep himself from falling apart if he moved too quickly. I walked over, poured him a drink, and said, "You've walked quite a long road to get here, haven't you, my friend?" He gave me that practiced smile, the one that hides more than it reveals. He whispered the most familiar lie I'd ever heard within these walls. "I'm fine." I've heard that lie from warriors, widows, kings, and beggars. So I simply nodded and took a seat across from him, offering company without demand, presence without pressure. The fire crackled softly, the room settled, and slowly, very slowly, the armor he wore began to loosen, even if he didn't realize it yet. Act 2. The Weight We Carry. The man stared at the drink I placed before him, swirling it gently as if the answer to his suffering might rise from the bottom of the cup. Minutes passed, long, quiet, heavy ones. Then finally, as if his heart has reached its limit, barely above a whisper, he spoke. "Everyone thinks I'm strong." He kept his gaze down, eyes tracing the rim of the glass. "But strength becomes a prison," he continued. "When everyone expects you to carry everything without breaking, and you're afraid to disappoint them." He inhaled sharply, a breath that trembled on the way out. "My friends say I'm dramatic. My family says I should be over it. They don't see what happens inside, the panic that hits me even when the room is calm. The nights I wake up from memories that feel more real than the present. The way I flinch when someone touches my shoulder unexpectedly." He swallowed hard. "You know what hurts the most? They think I'm quiet because I'm shy. But the truth is, I'm quiet because I'm trying not to cry." He let that hang in the air, and I could see the truth of it. This was a man who had mastered survival so well that nobody suspected that he was drowning. Finally, he said the words he feared the most. If they knew how badly I'm struggling, they'd see me differently. Weaker, damaged, maybe even unlovable. The tavern went still the way it does when a truth finally stops hiding. I leaned forward, speaking softly, so he couldn't mistake the sincerity. "My friend, you've been carrying a weight alone that was never meant to be lifted by one pair of hands." His eyes glistened, though he blinked quickly to try to hide it. "The problem with hidden wounds is that they don't stop hurting because they're hidden. They ache in silence. They bleed where no one can see. They shape how we breathe, how we trust, how we sleep. Too often the world praises the mask instead of asking about the person underneath." Act 3. learning to heal, not hide. I poured another drink, slowly, deliberately, and set it in front of him. Then I told him something many people never hear. You are not weak because you suffered. You are not broken because you still feel pain. Trauma is not a flaw. It's a scar that shows you survived something impossible. He looked up for the very first time, meeting my eyes. I continued, You hide your wounds because you think they make you harder to love. But listen to me. The only thing that makes a wound stay open is pretending it isn't there. So what do I do? He whispered. How do I start healing? By telling the truth, I said. Even if your voice shakes, even if your hands tremble, healing begins the moment you allow yourself to feel without shame. He took a slow sip of his drink, and something softened in him, as if the tension in his chest had finally cracked. You don't need to be strong here, I said. You've been strong for far too long. Set the armor down at the door. Let the wound breathe. He nodded gently, tears finally slipping free, not in sobs, but in quiet surrender. And I didn't rush him. I didn't fill the silence. I simply stayed beside him, letting him heal, one honest breath at a time. When he finally spoke again, his voice was small but clear. Thank you. I didn't realize how much I needed someone to let me be human. I smiled, pouring myself a drink as well. That's what this tavern is for, my friend. A place where no wound is judged, no pain is too small, and no heart too broken to begin again. So sit here with me tonight. You don't need to hide anything within these walls. Your healing can begin one quiet moment at a time. The ones where you finally allow yourself to be seen. Hi guys, thank you for making it to the end of the video. Alex informed me today that we are in a town called Revenant's Toll on the world of Eorzea, I think. Anyway, I wanted to thank you for making it all the way through the video and being awesome as always. Take care, my friend, and be well.